something that actually was mentioned in the book, but I've seen it as well. Like people would say an addictive personality. I think it was the person who was into alcohol and then got into this was my
Yeah.
kind of thing. So you might touch on that because I think that's important as well.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to get addicted to the breathwork because it's so difficult to do. Like, I mean, the breathwork's easy. It's us that's difficult. But breathing for an hour, and this is sort of the guts of my particular brand, is that if you don't stop for the hour, the mind cannot keep control, and you will take that journey. But mostly everybody has some resistance, and it's hard for them to do the breath for that full hour. So uh, generally, people aren't like, I want to do tons of this, because they're more like, oh God, we got to do the breath today, or do I really want to do this again? You know, there's always a bit of an excitement and a bit of a dread, because if it's going to work, that part of your programming that doesn't want to die is going to tell you don't do it. But occasionally, the more like when somebody who has like serious addictions, they often love it because it gives them this place to be so intoxicated and intense. And that's a good, I mean, I was told by a therapist, like when addicts like stop, whatever their addiction is, they usually transfer it onto something else. Like, I'm only going to eat organic food, or whatever, or I'm going to work at the veterinary shelter or something. But if you transfer it onto the breath work, it's for a while it will be really, really powerful. But ultimately, addiction is the in a controversial statement coming. Um, Addiction to me, forget about clinical names for it, but just say the addiction to me is the soothing of the outside, soothing of the inside with something on the outside, and then seceding authority. It's a choice. Addiction to me is a choice to give your authority to something outside of yourself to soothe something on the inside. So to me, this is, even if it's in your DNA, like have alcoholism in your family, or to be born Irish. I'm just kidding. um, you can change that programming, and you can definitely change it through breath work, because I have worked with many, many, many people with really profound addictions, and it's once you learn the process of taking care of that. People who are addicts are usually very passionate people with very intense life purposes, that if they don't live those life purposes, they're going to end up seceding the authority to something like drugs and alcohol or food or sex or whatever it is. So what I wanted to help someone with is to get in touch with that incredible impulse and harness it in a different way, and realize that every moment there's a choice. And I'm not telling people don't worry about it, but like if you're a recovering alcoholic, don't rent an apartment next to a bar like just after you stop. Like there's obviously practical things about addiction, uh and physiological stuff, but it is ultimately you're choosing to do something to take care of something on the inside. And yeah.